welcome to Kenpo Drills. In this episode, I'm going to go over 4 of the most common used warm-up drills that we do when we do either group class or sparring class. And these are really good drills that help build some strength. At the same time, they work on your striking and kicking combinations. So the first one we're going to go over is a real simple one. It's what we call the back fist hot plate method. And by this, what we're referring to is the way you hop in and hop out of this strike. Now, you should know what a back fist is. We're going to start from a right lead, which for most people is your power side. If you're left-handed, start from your left side. But we're going to work, I want you to work both sides. So from here, just to make sure you know, a back fist starts with the wrist, flicks the wrist like so. So it's just a flick. And then your left hand will be in check, or your opposite hand will be in check, depending on whether you're going to right or left lead. So from your power side forward, you throw your back fist. Now, the hot plate back fist drills, what we do is, what you want to do is you want to step with your right foot, just kind of hop in, hit, and run. Okay? Just imagine that step that spot you stepped in is actually a very hot plate. So you get in and you get out. Okay? In and out. Okay, this is a great drill to work with a partner. They can just stand there and practice their blocking while you practice your striking. You can work it on a bag. You can work it on pads. You can work it if you have a bob. So it's a great way. You can do it on your own just by practicing the drill. Also, if you do this enough time, it's a really good thigh burner because you're going to be going in and out. Okay, so you're going to step in with your lead leg. At the same time you step in, you're going to hit, and then you come back out into your ready position, whatever that position is for when you freestyle. So again, in, out. Okay, just come in and out, just like that. Okay, and then after you've done it a couple of times, just for your own purpose, come up with follow-ups. Hit them, come back, front snap kick, round kick, hit them 1, 2 and get out. Okay, so just use it as a base for starting, and then build your own little combination drill that you can work off of it, and try to implement self-defense techniques into that drill if you possibly can. Okay, and that is the back fist hot plate method, and we use that usually in the first 10-15 minutes of every group class. That's one of the drills that we'll do to warm the students up, to get them ready for class itself. The next one we're going to work on is a front snap kick, downward kick. This works your combinations, and it also works your chambering, and plus you get to practice 2 kicks. We're going to start with the left lead with our right leg back in this case. And basically what it says, you're going to throw a front snap kick, plant the kick down, see what your opponent does for a split second, and do a downward roundhouse kick into the thigh as you put the leg back to its original position. So from here, you just throw a front snap, put the foot back, downward, come back in, ready to repeat. Okay, there again, that's a good one. You can work with a bag. You can work with someone with a partner that maybe has a shield or 2 pads. So it's a great drill to work in any number of ways, from on your own to with a partner. So again, from your left leg, because your right leg's back, your hands are up and you're ready for your freestyle. Your stance should be slightly open to throw this kick. You're going to throw a front snap kick to the groin. Your opponent will double over. Then you come back in with a downward roundhouse to the thigh, which will buckle that leg. And if you do it hard enough and correctly, it will numb it out to the point they won't be able to really use it for a while. And you can finish going on in with your finishing techniques. So again, left lead, right leg back, front snap kick with the right, plant the foot back down, immediately come back out with the downward roundhouse, go back to your original position. Okay, again, front snap, set down, downward roundhouse, back to stance. Okay, and that is your front kick, downward roundhouse kick. So you got your back fist hot plate method, and then you've got your front snap kick, downward kick combination that you can work as a warm-up. And there again, just like the first thing, and this is what I ask all my students to do. In fact, we will spend time during class where they get to freestyle with this. These will be the setup moves that we want them to use, and then from there they'll go in and do any self-defense technique that they wish, or follow it up however they wish. Okay? So your next one, from there, is we're going to do a back fist ridge hand or a back fist vertical punch. Hang on a second. Come on. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so the next one, the third one we're going to do is a back fist ridge hand, or this could be easily a back fist vertical punch. Work both of them, or choose one or the other. This will start from your right lead or power side forward. You're going to throw your back fist, and this will cause the hands to come up. Then from here, since the hands are going to be like this, that means their sides are open. So you can do a vertical cross, or you can do a ridge hand to the side of the temple. Either one of those. We usually work both of them. We'll do about 10, 15 of each, both sides. So you'll sit here and you'll go back fist as the left hand draws into chamber, and immediately throw a ridge hand. So back fist, ridge hand. And then the back fist will go into chamber. So now if you wanted to, they're going to be leaned over this way. You can come in with an inverted, a hook, or any number of techniques to go into your more of your freestyle scenario. So again, back fist, ridge hand, okay? So as you throw the back fist, the left hand is going to go into chamber. As you throw the ridge hand, the right hand will go into chamber, and then come back to your stance. So 1, 2. Okay, so just back fist, pull in. So when you throw the back fist, kind of follow through to about your nose, and then pull it in. And about that time, the ridge hand should be coming into play and striking them. So it should be like a thump-thump if you're doing it on a bag or a bob. Okay, 1, 2. And make sure you work both left and right side. Okay, the last and final one is a wheel kick back fist and a slide wheel kick back fist. This is another one of those popular group class routines that we like to do when we're warming student ups, and we also use this as pad drills when we do our pad drills, and we use it in sparring class, especially the slide wheel kick, to set up for a couple of strikes, then going into a self-defense technique. So from there, what we're going to do is when we spar with our power side forward, because this is our fastest and strongest hands, so we can keep them at bay. Then we switch if we need to. So from here, we're going to do a wheel kick, which is basically a roundhouse kick just off the forward leg. So it's just half the kick, or the wheel of the kick. So you're just going to kick, and all we're doing is try to go to the groin. Okay, this is not a power kick. This is a speed kick. And all we're trying to do with this kick is get the opponent to drop their hands. So, as most of you will know, you come anywhere near the groin area, the hands are going to go down. When the hands go down, that sets us up for a back fist. Then the hands go up. Then you could do an inverted. Okay, then a cross into the gut. There's any number of ways you can go into that or finish up that 1-2 move. So there again, it's just a wheel kick, back fist. You throw the wheel kick, he'll drop his hands, you hit him with the back fist. And there again, this is just initiation moves. Like all of these are just a 1-2 scenario. I want the students from there to find their own rhythm and way to set it up for self-defense techniques or other combinations. So again, wheel kick, back fist, okay? Then the slide wheel kick is just the same thing, except we're out of their critical distance line, so we're going to slide in and hit them. Okay, so the critical distance line on the slide that you come from is going to depend on the individual, and it's also going to depend on the terrain. Okay, if you're on at a dojo and you're on leather mats, that may not slide very well. If you're on carpet, you might have a better chance. On an outside in the sand, you might be okay. So the slide is going to vary not only depending on your own strength and balance, but depending on the terrain and environment that you're in. It's also going to depend whether you're barefooted or have shoes on, what kind of shoes you have on. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration when you do this. And if you are wearing shoes, be careful with this one when you first do it, and make sure that the foot doesn't stick. Sometimes shoe soles have a tendency to stick, so you go to slide and your whole body goes except for the knee, and then that can hurt. Okay, so the slide wheel kick, you start just like a roundhouse, and then you get the leg up, and then you kick it as you pull forward, and then same thing, hands drop, back fist. Okay, again, slide, back fist. Okay, slide, back fist. Okay, now this particular technique is really good for what I call walking drills. In other words, drills that we can go up and down a dojo floor with. And this is a real good one of those, like the downward roundhouse kick. You can walk with that one too, because you can throw a front snap, downward, implant down. Front snap, downward, implant down. And keep going until you run out of room. And that'll work in your bedroom, in your home, in your garage, anywhere you have at least enough space or a width of a bedroom that you can do 2 or 3 rounds. And then you just pivot and go back the other direction. Same thing with the slide wheel kick. You can go slide back fist all the way to the other end of your workout area, whatever that may be. You can also work this as a pad drill doing the same thing. It's just every time you slide, they shuffle back. You just have to make sure the two of you have a rhythm on how far they shuffle back so you can hit the pads. Okay, so those are the 4 most common warm-up drills that we do. For a recap, we have the back fist with the hot plate method. In other words, you're just going to come in, back fist, and get out. Hit and run as quick as you can, in and out. Okay, and there again, that works your back fist, it works you retreating, and if you do enough of them, it works those thigh muscles at the same time. Then you have the front kick downward roundhouse kick. So we throw a front snap kick, put the foot back, downward roundhouse kick. And like I said, this can either be done in stationary, or you can walk this down 2 or 3 times, or however the length of a room you have to work with, and then walk it back the same way. You can also do it with pads, a partner, or a bag. And then we have the back fist ridge hand, or the back fist vertical. They're both pretty much the same, other than the strike is different. You throw your back fist followed by a ridge hand, or you throw a back fist followed by a vertical punch. So it's just 1, 2, or 1, 2. And work both sides, left and right, on all of these drills. That is also will work good with a pad, work good with an opponent, or a bag, or anything like that. Then we have the wheel kick, followed by a back fist, forward leg wheel kick. So just like it says, it's off your forward leg. You throw the wheel kick, hit the groin, hands go down, you back fist the face. Okay, it's just 1, 2. Okay, so real quick, hit them in just like that. Throw the wheel kick, the hands go down, land into a back fist, and then like I said, on all 4 of these, follow up with something else. Hit them 3 or 4 more times. Find a way to go into a self-defense technique, part of a self-defense technique, or use some of the strikes, takes downs, locks, whatever you've learned within the techniques to add to your attack. Okay, and the last one was the slide wheel kick with the back fist. Basically, we're just sliding and back fisting. Okay, slide, back fist. So the slide target is the groin with the wheel kick, and then the back fist is to the face. Okay, so those are 4 of the most common warm-up drills. There's some other ones we're going to go over to later on in other drill videos. But until then, keep practicing these. If you have any questions, or if there's a specific drill you want me to cover, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll be happy to work on it. Until your next episode, keep moving forward.